Hey everyone. I wanted to talk to you about Thanksgiving. Um, Thanksgiving, as we all know, it was because the Pilgrims came over to the United States for religious freedoms, um, and they wanted to worship God the way they wanted to worship God, not be told how. Um, and they went to Holland, and their children were learning different traditions that they didn't believe in, even though they had religious freedom there. So they finally get on a ship and come to America. But half of them died en route to America because they thought it was going to take them something like 2 weeks. And, um, don't quote me on that, but it took them something more like 2 months because of a horrible storm threw them way off course. They were supposed to land in Virginia, and they landed in Massachusetts, Plymouth Bay. And when they got there, it was already winter, and they were not prepared for winter. And half of them died while uh, they were, there because they were in the cold. The men had to get the wood and build a home. They all had to share one whole huge log cabin, and they didn't have any food, and so half of them died. And then those that survived by the time that springtime came, well, thank God that they met the Native Americans that were there. And thank God for Squanto, who was actually captured by an English ship and brought to Britain, to be their entertainment slave. And, you know, ran away and was taken in by some monks, and the monks taught him English. And he managed to come back home. And so, I mean, it's just, they say God works in mysterious ways. And so he happened to come upon them. He was with the tribe that was in the area, not his tribe, by the way. And he had to stay with them because his whole tribe had died from, the diseases that they had caught from the Englishmen. They had no immunity. So everything just worked out perfectly for these pilgrims, because Squanto was with the tribe that wasn't even his own, but that was the local tribe where the pilgrims had landed. And that spring, he was able to interpret between the chief and the pilgrims, because he knew English, and he was able to teach them how to plant and how to survive in this whole new world, in this whole new land that they had lived in. And so come harvest time, they were really, really thankful for their blessings. They were thankful to God for everything they had. And so they had that huge Thanksgiving feast. They cooked the deer and all the new vegetables that the Native Americans had, taught them about, and, the corn and the squash and the pumpkin, all that goodness. Um, and so they had a huge feast that lasted for days. And, of course, the Native American tribe that lived there at the time, um, you know, sat with them, and they just shared a beautiful, bountiful meal, and were thankful to God for their survival and for their food and for the Native Americans that helped them. So I'm saying all this to say it doesn't matter if you have religion or whatever you want to call it, if you have Christian beliefs, spiritual beliefs, whatever it is. I just wanted to challenge you all. What are you thankful for? Again, you don't have to be religious. You don't have to believe in God or whatever. You don't have to have any religion or spirituality or Christianity, whatever it is. But we can be thankful. And so I challenge you, if you want to leave the comments below, give me a video response, or just, reflect and think on yourself. What are you thankful for? There's definitely something in this life that we can be thankful for. Even in my lowest of the low times, and believe me, I've had them, I can be thankful that I still had my children and I still had my husband and that we were together. And that was the most important thing to me. So, no matter how bad things got, I could be thankful for a roof over my head, for the food on my table, for a car that runs that can take me to do the groceries to feed my family. Thankful for my children, thankful for my husband, and last but not least, I want to say thank you to my daughter Charity. There were some rough times there, but Charity had a dream of becoming something to do with fashion. She wanted to be a designer, and that didn't work out. But she went into fashion merchandising, and through all the struggles, it took her about 5 years, but she finally graduated with a bachelor's degree in fashion from the Fashion Institute and Technology of New York. So I just want to say thank you to my daughter Charity. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so sad that you couldn't make it here this Thanksgiving. She just got a brand new job and she can't come. So, but I just want to say I love you and thank you, Charity, and I'm just thankful to God and thankful for you. So I'm ruining my makeup. Bye.